Turning 60 is a milestone, and for my mum, it's the start of something completely new. I love cruising. I've been on more than 50 of them, but my mum, well, she's never actually set foot on a cruise ship. Until now. In this series, Setting Sail at 60, we're sharing her journey, discovering and ticking off 60 incredible experiences across 6 unforgettable episodes to mark her 60th birthday year. From the natural wonders of Norway to the sunshine of the Mediterranean and the charm of the British Isles, this is about more than just travel. It's about new life experiences and seeing the world through completely fresh eyes. Join us as we explore what it really means to cruise with Fred Olsen Cruise Lines, the smaller ships, the thoughtful details and the memories that last a lifetime. In this episode, we're going to be ticking off 10 more amazing things together as we cruise the Mediterranean, including boarding a cruise ship that is now incredibly close to our hearts in a warm climate, making our own pizzas in the country that is so famous for it, and also visiting somewhere that I've wanted to show my mum for years. 60 moments, one unforgettable year. This is Setting Sail at 60. Mum, we're in Spain.
I know.
How does it feel to be going back on Balmoral in the sunshine?
Fantastic.
So it's like coming home.
Just like coming home.
Yeah, should we get on board, check into the cabins, and then catch up on the cruise?
Sounds good.
Cruise number 4.
Yep.
Here we go.
Here we go.
So, we are now in our cabins back on Balmoral
It feels great.
for cruise number 4.
Yep.
How are you feeling?
Oh, mate, it's great. I can't actually believe it's number 4.
It's so warm
It's
for
such
this
an
one.
adventure, and it is warm. It's very warm.
So the cruises we've been on so far, we've done Scotland, we've done Scandinavia, and the Arctic Circle.
Yeah.
How do you think the temperature here compares to all 3 of them?
Quite different.
So it's 27 degrees outside, so our little Scottish bodies are beginning to wilt.
Yep.
Fair comment.
Yep. And I think by the end of it, it would be 40 Shades of Pink.
Yes, well, over the course of this video, we'll find that out. Now, we have just boarded here in Valencia, and that means that this is our first experience of a Fred Olsen Cruise Lines fly cruise, which is very different to the cruises we've done before.
Yeah.
Because it involves the flight to leave the UK. I think it's worked out so well so far.
It's been great. It hasn't been any stress whatsoever. It's been fantastic.
We left the house at 9 o'clock this morning. We got through the airport, got on the flight, which was on time.
Was on time for a miracle.
For a change. Flight was there on time. We landed, we got picked up at the airport and brought straight to the ship.
Yeah.
Which was, so easy. It's now 5 p.m. I think we both want coffee and cake. Yeah. Before dinner.
Tea and cake for me, thanks. Not coffee.
So we'll go for a snack before dinner. And tonight, so Balmoral's docked overnight, isn't she?
Yep.
And that means that tonight, what are we doing tonight?
Is there a show? I'll need to get the...
Yeah, maybe head to the show and just chill out on the ship, really, and just acclimatise.
Enjoy the ship while we can.
Yeah, and tomorrow morning we're heading off for...
Valencia itself, into the city, and we're going to do a food tour.
Yes, we'll be tasting tapas. Oranges. Not lemons, though. They'll be the Amalfi Coast.
They'll be the Amalfi Coast.
And tapas. And I suspect you're probably going to get a fresh orange juice, maybe.
Oh.
Maybe with the tapas. Who knows? We'll find out tomorrow. Now, that means that we have got so much to show you over the next 10 nights in this video, because we are visiting 3 countries, which are...
Spain, France and Italy.
Yes, with a whole bunch of ports in the Amalfi Coast. So I can't wait for this. Are you excited?
I'm very excited, and hopefully they will all be warm.
I think they will be. If it's 27 degrees today, I don't think it's going to get Arctic cold here.
Definitely not.
But let's sign off. Let's go and settle into the ship, and we'll see all of you ashore tomorrow in Valencia.
It felt strange to leave the ship today and still be where we'd boarded yesterday, but there was something really quite nice about it actually. After driving for about 20 minutes, we arrived in the heart of Valencia. I've been to quite a few Spanish cities before, namely Barcelona, Madrid, but this really did feel completely different. Interestingly, both these cities are easy to get to from Valencia. You can drive either to Barcelona or Madrid within about 3.5 hours. The first thing that struck me in Valencia was how quiet it seemed to be. Our guide had been telling us that it was the third largest city in Spain, with over 800,000 people calling Valencia home. If you then look at the wider metropolitan zone, over 1.6 million people live there. The big question was, where are they all?
I mean, we weren't complaining. It's always so nice to explore a city and feel like you've got the place to yourself, isn't it? Our excursion today included a taste of the region, so we were first of all taken to a tapas bar to try some croquettes, omelettes and bread, of course, washed down with a local beer, and then we were taken to try some chocolate churros. I can't wait to see this.
Oh, it's amazing.
How was it?
Absolutely amazing. After seeing a glimpse of Valencia life, and doing a bit of eating too, of course, we made our way back to Wilmoro, which by this cruise really is starting to feel like home from home. Our first sail away on this cruise was brilliant. There's something so special about standing on your cruise ship watching the port disappear, isn't there?
Our fourth cruise together had officially started. We'd ticked off visiting Valencia from our list, and it was full steam ahead to our next port of call. Good morning. From our next port of call on this cruise, we are approaching Minorca. And honestly, this is like a port arrival that I don't know if I've ever seen before. I certainly wasn't expecting it to look like this. Over to you, what are you seeing?
It's spectacular, absolutely stunning. We're so close to the land, and there's just beautiful scenery on each side.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? And we've got the sunrise coming up over there. We've got what looks like countryside and hills on one side and amazing villas on the other. I am really looking forward to today. Now, what are we getting up to ashore?
We are going ashore today and we're going to try a local cheese.
That's right. So we are docking in, we're docking in Mahon, or
we think it's Mahon.
We've heard many people pronounce it many different ways, so we'll confirm that. But it's actually the capital of Minorca. And this part of the island is particularly famous for a cheese that they make. So hopefully we're both going to love that. Now, we're not doing an excursion, which is actually really exciting because you've done quite a lot of excursions on these port calls.
Yeah.
And a cruise, yes, can be enhanced by an excursion, but it's also an amazing way to just get off in a new country and go and see it for yourself. So that's exactly what we're going to do today.
We're going to wander.
A wander. And judging by our sailing right now, I don't want to say it too soon, but I don't think we're going to be disappointed.
No, I don't think so.
Shall we head off this ship and explore somewhere new?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's go.
As we watched Balmoral dock this morning, we noticed that most of the city life here seemed to be up at the top of the hill. I'm sure you can imagine our delight when we spotted what looked like a glass elevator strapped onto the side of the hill. Surely this wasn't actually what it was, is what we were thinking, but I guess there was only one way for us to find out, and that was to head off the ship and check it out for ourselves. True enough, right by the cruise port, there was this huge lift to take you up to the top of the hill. It's so convenient, isn't it? We couldn't help but think, if only they had this sort of thing at every cruise port, it would make life so much simpler. Once we were up at the top, we got some absolutely stunning views of the ship and the harbour area surrounding it. We then headed off on our own little walking tour. In other words, we wandered aimlessly hoping for the best. We love doing that when we travel because it's often how you get a real feel for the place. The town in general felt so quiet, which was a really nice contrast to some of the ports that we'd be visiting later in this cruise because they would feel the opposite. While exploring, we came across the Church of Carmen, which is the largest religious building here in Mahon. It's designed in a neoclassical style, and construction on it began back in 1726. The church is dedicated to the Virgin of Carmen each year on July 16th, and on that day, there's a huge procession through the city and loads of festivities to celebrate. We've always been fans of visiting religious buildings when we travel to see how it feels in different countries around the world. You might be thinking, I wonder if they got their famous cheese. Well, unfortunately not, but what we did manage to find was a shop that specialised in local pies and local pastries. So, of course, we had to go in and give them a try. And of course, we got 2 massive thumbs up, both from myself and from my mum. After exploring Mahon, it was time to then head back to Balmoral and reflect on what had been a really nice first port day on this cruise. Sail away was gorgeous, the sun was beating down yet again, and we were delighted to tick off visiting Minorca for the first time from our list together. Good morning from
Italy.
Yeah, we are now approaching our third country of this cruise, which does feel strange to say, doesn't it?
It feels very strange.
Especially because all three of them have been lovely and warm.
And there's been no motion, no up and downs as I thought the sea was going to be.
Yeah,
so it's excellent.
Conditions here have been great. Shall we perch here actually?
Yeah.
We've got a pretty windy morning today, but you can probably see, as you can tell, you can probably see that the light this morning is absolutely beautiful. We've got the sunrise just over to the side there, which is good because the last few days we've been caught out and we've been coming to the top deck in the pitch black.
Yeah, of course.
It's nice to get the daylight.
Felt like the middle of the night.
Now, today we are docking at the port of La Spezia in northern Italy, and we are going to Cinque Terre.
That's right, that's a word I can't say.
Yeah.
Yet.
I thought I'll take that one for you. I'll take one for the team. So we are going to Cinque Terre, which is the really famous five villages that you see cascading down the hillsides towards the sea. So I've wanted to do this for years. I don't think I've stopped talking about it since coming on the ship. And I have a fun fact for you.
Oh,
so
go for it.
Apparently, the Cinque Terre villages are car-free.
There's not many places in the world you can say that about.
Exactly, or largely car-free. So I was reading online that apparently to visit, most people that have private cars have to park outside and take the train in, or walk in, or take a boat in.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so I think it's to preserve tranquility and calmness, but I hope that doesn't mean there's going to be hundreds of thousands of foot passengers there, but I guess time will tell.
Shoulder to shoulder, shoppers and tourists.
Now, we are getting there using a small boat, aren't we?
Yeah.
But we're not too sure what to expect because we've booked it on an excursion. But how does it feel to be approaching Italy right now?
I can't actually believe it's happening because I feel as if the ship's had no movement or anything through the night and it's just been gliding along.
Yeah, it's as if we haven't left the previous port. You actually cannot feel this ship moving today at all, can you?
Not at all.
No. So, shall we head ashore and go and do some exploring?
Let's do it.
Right. Well, as we approach the port now, we'll disembark and we'll see all of you on our small boat heading to Cinque Terre.
After leaving the ship, we found our excursion boat right next door. That's one thing we've found about cruising with Fred Olsen Cruise Lines so far. The excursions are just so simple and straightforward. As we left the dock, I couldn't help but think how beautiful this part of Italy really was. The boat ride to take us from the cruise port to Cinque Terre took us about an hour. While we were in the bay, the water was so calm and still, making it the perfect way to start the day. That changed a little later on, but we'll come back to that. Cruising along underneath the steep cliffs was just amazing. It's difficult to believe that people actually live up on these cliffs. I'm not sure how they bring their shopping home or how they would even get their cars down to their house.
Always the practical thinker, isn't she? Anyway, as we approached Valencia, the weather started to turn and we started to face some pretty significant waves with our little tiny boat. I'd love to say that we stayed lovely and dry for our arrival in the village, but unfortunately I'd be lying. The village of Valencia boasts the only natural harbour on the Cinque Terre, and it's busy with boats. After we waited for our turn to dock, we made our way into the town to have a look. And to be honest, as soon as we stepped foot on the soil here, we could completely understand why this place is called the Pearl of the Cinque Terre. The Cinque Terre villages are 5 stunning cliffside villages along this section of coastline. They're all connected by hiking trails, and as soon as I found out that fact, I just knew that we had to try and climb one to get a view. Yes, that's right, my mum and I hiked up this hiking trail together. I was, not overly convinced that she was going to talk to me again when we got back down to the bottom, but look at the view. In my opinion, it was totally worth it. As a reward for getting up to that viewpoint, I thought, what better way to close the morning than with focaccia? Can you believe where we are?
No.
We are currently in the middle of the main street here.
The busiest street ever.
And I think if someone had asked me to draw Cinque Terre, it probably would look like this.
Yes. Can't get any busier.
We are actually about to head back down to the front to get on the boat to go back to the ship. What do you think of this place?
It's absolutely beautiful. It's very quaint, but very, I don't know how you describe it. It's just magical.
It's like we've walked into a postcard today.
Yeah.
We're about to have a snack.
Well, I'm about to get attacked by a pigeon.
Yeah, so you're going to hold that up before this pigeon comes over. Well, do you want to show us what we've got?
We have cheese and ham focaccia.
Which is here.
Which is Fraser's.
And you've got a rosemary focaccia.
I've got a rosemary focaccia.
Apparently the focaccia here is very different because it's full of olive oil and basil, was it?
Basil, yes.
I think. So, yeah, hopefully that's going to be a big thumbs up for us.
Definitely is.
So shall we head down to the front and say goodbye to this absolutely charming little town? And
do we need to go just now? Can I just wait? Feels as if...
Well, you could stay here, but the ship will leave without you.
All right, I better go then. I
think we've got a bit of scenic cruising on the boat on the way back, so we've got plenty more to see. But for now, I have got... Oh, I almost dropped it there. A focaccia waiting for me. So, let's go.
Enjoy.
After polishing off our focaccias, Fraser dragged me away from the town and back to Balmoral. We got to enjoy some amazing views from our boat heading back to the cruise port, before then travelling south to our next port of call. We'll see you there.
Good morning from a very sun-drenched Salerno, very close to the Amalfi Coast. We can almost taste the Amalfi Coast now. Do you want to tell everyone where we are today?
We are in a vineyard this morning and we are on the hillside of Mount Vesuvius.
Yeah, we are. Now, you think that you're here to taste some wine.
Yes.
Which you are, but I've also got a bit of a surprise for you.
Oh no, what is it?
What we're going into first is a pizza making class.
Oh.
Now, over the next couple of days, you're hopefully going to be trying the world's best pizza.
Right.
Hopefully.
Yes.
But
that's
first,
anything that I make in general.
It's time for you to roll your sleeves up and try and make your own.
Okay.
Shall we go?
Yep, let's do it.
Let's go in. So, Mum thought she was coming for a wine tasting, but here we go with a slightly different experience. I knew that she was going to really enjoy this excursion because growing up she always really enjoyed cooking at home. This, however, was a little bit of a different vibe to our family kitchen back in Glasgow. We started to mix our flour and yeast together with some water to firm it up into a dough, which we then used to make our pizzas. This experience was honestly so much fun, and we had an absolute ball with the rest of the group. It was probably one of the most fun, but also the most chaotic food-making environments I have ever been in. How do you feel?
This is quite intense. I would never get
Are you ready for it to go on the table? That's a true test.
I'm not sure.
Definitely.
You're already putting some proteins in your...
Of course, as soon as we start rolling the cameras, a wasp appears to make a chaotic scene even more chaotic. Anyway, here's what our dough looked like when it was formed and ready to roll into bases, and then it was all down to Mum to make what she described earlier in her own words as the world's best pizza. I'm not sure about you, but this scene here wasn't filling me with hope that this was going to be the world's best pizza, but hey, maybe a miracle will happen while it's in the oven, is what I thought, and I think my mum was secretly thinking that as well. While the pizzas were cooking, we headed out to the vineyard for a tour around the vines before coming back inside to sample some of the wine. We sampled this wine with some freshly baked bread and some locally made olive oil, and it was absolutely delicious. But I know what you're thinking. Show me the pizza.
Very well.
Ultima? Sei un po' cancellata, però è signora della signora.
Beautiful pizza, beautiful.
Beautiful. Oh! Are you excited?
Oh, I'm excited.
How do you feel?
Elated.
Well, I can't really believe I'm saying it, but here we are walking through the vines at the vineyard.
Yep.
Did you enjoy that?
I did actually. I thought it was fantastic. What a day.
Yeah, that was brilliant. And you've got a souvenir.
Little gift.
Yeah, you have got... What did you go for?
I bought a lovely red wine and I also bought a nice olive oil.
Yes. Yeah, which... I think the olive oil, we've abandoned it back there on a picnic table, so we have to go back and get it. That was so different to what I expected it to be.
Oh, it was fantastic. It was great.
Doesn't it feel so local here? It also feels just so unique.
It was.
And we have got, if we walk over this way, we can show you Vesuvius in the background. What a setup. So, now we have tried your homemade pizza here.
Yes.
Are you now ready to move across to our next port of call, which is Naples, to try the world's best pizza?
Oh, no, I've just had that.
Do you think it'll be... Oh, I was going to say, do you think it'll be better than yours? But I think you've just answered that.
No, I don't think so.
Well, let's wait and see. So we are going to head back to Balmoral now, and we'll see all of you tomorrow morning in Naples. And just like that, we are in...
Naples.
That's right, today's the day.
For pizza.
The world's best
The
pizza.
world's best pizza.
No less. Do you think it's going to be better than the one you had yesterday?
I think so. I made that myself, and I am a good cook.
But you think this is going to be
better? I think this is going to be better. It'll taste so much better.
Now, the pizzeria that we're going to, we'll share the story behind it with you as we go through the video, but it's won the world's best pizzeria now multiple times. So I mean, I've been there before and I love it, so I can't wait to introduce you to it. You were saying about the city here when we talked this morning.
Oh, it's great. You're right in the centre. As you can see in the city here in the background, it is absolutely beautiful and it's all the hustle and bustle that you expect for a big city.
Yeah, and I think we'll be able to just walk from here straight into the city.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, it is right there.
Definitely.
Yeah. So shall we head off into what I think is going to be the busiest city of our cruise so far?
Yes, probably.
And go and get a good pizza?
Sounds good to me.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Which three words would I use to describe Naples? First, chaotic. Second, immersive. And third, lovable. This is a city that often gets such mixed reviews, but I've got such a strong love of the place. It's a city that I feel really throws you into the thick of it, and it's a real immersion in local culture. Just walking down the street and looking up makes you feel like you're a real part of it all. It's amazing how much is constantly going on in this city. One thing that I've always found interesting about Naples is their absolute love and adoration for footballer Diego Maradona, who arrived in Naples to play for Napoli back in the 1980s. All around the city, you'll find huge murals, shrines, and even the city's football stadium, which now proudly bears his name. In my opinion, no visit to Naples is complete without a visit to a pizzeria to sample pizza in its hometown. That's right, it's claimed that the pizza was born here in Naples, and so there are pizzerias all over the city, all fighting for the label of serving the best. I found this pizzeria in the Michelin Guide a few years ago, and it's never disappointed any of the times that I've gone back. Just look at how popular this place is. Pizzas are being made here at this pizzeria since 1930, but the family history goes way back from there as well. Just look at that pizza oven. When the pizzas get delivered, well, they speak for themselves. I am relatively ashamed to say it, but Mum and I actually got one each. And just look at these. Don't they look fantastic? Wow. Are you ready?
Right, I'm ready.
Do you think you're going to finish that?
Definitely not. It's lunchtime. It looks amazing.
Is your gut telling you it was going to be better than the one you made yesterday?
Yes.
Best in the world?
I would say so.
Oh, do you think?
I mean, finish it.
Oh, well, let's see. After an incredibly busy couple of hours exploring the city and eating pizza, it was time for us to head back to relax on board Balmoral. So we're back on the ship, and two big questions. Number one is, what did you think of Naples, which we'll come back to? And number two, is what did you think of the pizza? So let's start with Naples. What did you think? Because you've never been to this whole part of Italy before.
No.
So what did you think of it?
I thought it was stunning, and I loved the city. I loved the hustle and bustle, but it was very, very busy, and I was glad to get back to the ship, to be fair.
Yeah, because it was heaving.
Yes.
And I genuinely don't think I've seen it as busy as what it was today, but there were people everywhere.
Yeah.
We're joined by 1, 2, 3 other big cruise ships. So this is a day that we maybe haven't benefited from being on a small ship as much because the big guys are here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the town was very busy, but we really enjoyed that. But let's move on to the big one.
Oh,
Pizza.
out of this world. I started off saying I was only going to eat one slice, and
I wondered if we should raise this. So this is, when we arrived, Mum said, I'm not actually too hungry. I don't think I'll eat too much of mine. Would you like to confirm how much of it was left on the plate by the end?
one pathetic slice.
I would call it a slither, is what I would say. There really wasn't a great deal there at all. So Naples has been...
But it was good.
Yeah, I have so enjoyed Naples today.
It was great.
It's been great. Weather's been good, and we've ticked off eating the world's best pizza.
Yes.
Yeah?
I have to admit, it was better than my pizza yesterday.
And it was also better than my pizza yesterday, as much as I hate to admit it. So we are now back on the ship to chill and spend the night. We're actually staying here overnight tonight because we've had a slight itinerary change just because of our weather. So we are going to be waking up with this exact same view again tomorrow, and we are heading down to a part of the coast that I've wanted to take you to for years, and that is Positano. I think you're going to absolutely love it.
I hope so. I'm sure I will.
Yeah, the only thing we won't love is the early rise to go there, but it will be so worth it when we arrive.
We could always go for pizza again before we go.
I think I'm going to turn into a pizza. So look, let's sign out here. Let's go and have dinner and then get our heads down, and we'll see all of you tomorrow on the Amalfi Coast. The following morning, we woke up to what could only be described as a pretty miserable morning. It was pouring with rain, the clouds looked so thick that they would never clear, and that swimming pool didn't tempt me to get in at all. Today we were heading to the Amalfi Coast, which is somewhere that I've been desperate to take my mum since I visited on one of my first ever solo holidays a few years ago. You can see here that it was pretty bleak out there. The only thing for it was for us to pack our jackets and our jumpers, although I still did have my shorts on because at the end of the day, I'm on holiday, and we had to make our way down to the bus to head to the Amalfi Coast. Would today be an absolute washout, or would it clear up enough for us to enjoy the day? Well, I guess there was only one way to find out. And we've arrived in Positano. I've got my morning coffee after trekking down the hill from the bus. But we're here.
Quite an experience. Yes, we are here. And
First impressions.
It's somewhere very different. I've never actually been anywhere, anything like this before.
What do you think of the weather?
Well, it's quite like typical Scottish weather.
Scottish or British weather.
Yeah.
I've actually managed to take my hood down for the first time.
But there is a small glimmer of sunshine over in the distance there.
Yeah, shall we turn around? We're hoping that bright sky behind at the moment is going to turn into blazing warm sunshine.
It's going to be a beautiful day.
Is it?
I can feel it in my bones.
Well, the waves are currently lashing off the beach, the water's pouring down the alleys, so yeah, hopefully that's it ending.
I mean, the waves, to be fair, are only about 2 metres high, so it's not too bad.
Only. You go for a swim.
Paddle later, maybe if the sun does come out.
So today we are going to go for a walk around Positano, and then we're hoping to tick off enjoying a glass of wine with an incredible view.
Okay.
Which I think hopefully should be quite straightforward here because there are places everywhere. So should we go and explore?
Yes, let's do that.
If you've not made it to Positano yet to see for yourself, please take this as your sign to try and do so at some point. I visited here a few years ago, and it's one of those places that I genuinely felt as though I'd left a little piece of me here somewhere. It's just absolutely breathtaking, and it's like nowhere else that I've ever been. It's a town with a vertical layout, and it's ranked as one of the best sloping cities in the world. You only have to spend a short time here before you discover that the best way to explore this place is to just wear some comfortable shoes and climb up and down. We found a great walking track that went along the edge of the hillside, and it gave us some pretty perfect views looking both out to sea and also back to the town. It's estimated that over 5 million people visit the Amalfi Coast each year. That's right, 5 million. So you can imagine just how busy streets like this could be during peak season. It's clear to see that the rain today kept a lot of the tourists away, and it actually gave us such a great experience. One of the things that I love to do when I go back to Glasgow to visit my parents is just relax in the house with a glass of red wine, putting the world to rights. A few years ago when I visited Positano, I found a beautiful bar at the rooftop of this hotel, and I remember showing my mum the pictures, and I remember her saying that she would love to try it one day for herself. So it was clear to me where I was going to take her this afternoon. Can you believe we've found a bar?
No, I can't actually.
We're about to enjoy what is quite probably going to be the most expensive red wine that we've ever had.
I'd have to agree.
But the big selling point here is that we've got this view, and we also have a roof.
Yes.
So we're not
we're not going to get soaked.
We're not getting
hopefully.
soaked at any point in the next 30 minutes. How do you feel to be here?
It's surreal.
It is, isn't it?
It doesn't feel real.
It feels strange that we're here together.
Exactly.
Because you'll have seen pictures of this place when I was here before.
Yeah, I saw a picture of this bar and thought I have to have a nice glass of red wine there.
Is it what you expected, just overall? Not just the bar?
I think, no. I think it's much nicer, and today has been really good because we've had a bit of rain, but that stopped the crowds, I think, to be fair.
It's felt a lot quieter today as a result of that, I think, which has meant that we've managed to max out with a table directly in front of the ocean, which is ideal. So, shall we relax into a €20 glass of red wine? Oh.
Cheers. Cheers.
Now that we had ticked off both visiting Positano and enjoying a glass of wine with an amazing view, it was time for us to head back to the ship to enjoy sailing out of Naples. This was the final time that we would sail out of port on this cruise, and it felt really quite apt that we were leaving tonight under the watchful eye of Mount Vesuvius. This was another total bucket list moment that I just couldn't believe that we were getting to experience together. Both my mum and I have really enjoyed this whole experience so far. I remember coming out of the pandemic, Mum thought she would probably never get to travel again, so it's been amazing to almost reintroduce her to the world of travel through all of these experiences. Speaking of which, we're now on our way to Civitavecchia, so we'll see you tomorrow in Rome. I've got 2 questions for you.
On you go.
Number 1, how on earth are we seeing another sunrise?
I know.
How on earth is it the final day of the cruise?
I don't know how that happened. It's gone in a flash.
I honestly feel like this one has completely disappeared. It's currently the morning of our final port day here on board Balmoral, which means we are in
Rome.
Or Civitavecchia. So yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Well, no, Civitavecchia for Rome. This is just the port that you go to Rome.
And I couldn't actually pronounce that anyway, so...
Yeah, you weren't brave enough to give that one a go.
It's Civitavecchia. Is that right?
Let's move swiftly on. Now, today we are heading into this city on a tour, and it's a tour which allows you to get transport in and transport back, and then you do your own thing when you're in the city.
Nice.
So what do we have on our agenda?
Well, we've got several things, but I don't know if I want to tell you about them or not.
Tell me or tell everyone here?
Tell everyone.
Okay, that's good, because I think I already know. Okay. Great. So... Mum is keeping it a surprise from all of you, unless there is something I don't know that's a surprise for me, but I guess we'll find out. But we're planning to do something pretty special today, which is known to mean you might return. We won't tell you any more than that. Hopefully we have time to do that.
Oh, hopefully.
Now, we've been to Rome before.
Yes, we have. Many years ago.
We were here
10
quite a few
years ago.
times. What
10
were we
years
here
ago.
for?
We were here for a marathon
And
and my 50th birthday.
yes.
So we're on the return journey because,
How funny
That's
we're
what you
coming
do.
back for 60.
well, we don't need to talk about that part. Oh, but that's fine. That's just irrelevant.
That's what the whole series is about. So, we are going to leave the ship now and head from Civitavecchia into Rome, and we'll see all of you in there. After travelling by coach from the ship for about an hour, we arrived in the heart of Rome, the capital city of Italy. I'm absolutely astounded by Rome. Every single time I visit here, the history is just absolutely remarkable. Rome is said to have been founded in April 753 BC. Yes, BC. Take a moment to reflect on that timescale. It's a city that's so easy to get overwhelmed with. For a start, it's enormous, and for seconds, you're not going to see it all in a day. If you're visiting from a cruise ship, it's really important if you're planning to come here by ship that you're realistic with your expectations rather than trying to scale the whole city in just one day. Personally, I'm not a huge museum buff, so I tend to not spend too much time in galleries and museums. The funny thing about Rome, however, is that the entire city feels like a museum. Everywhere you look, there's something else to look at. It really is amazing. We mentioned earlier we were trying to tick something off today that signifies a potential return to Rome. If you don't know what we're doing today, then let me tell you. This here is the Trevi Fountain. It's believed that tossing a coin into the fountain's waters will likely result in your return to Rome at some point. Last time I was here with my mum, we both tossed a coin in and we're back today. So, maybe it works. The Trevi Fountain is among the most popular things for people to do here in Rome, and I couldn't quite believe how busy it was. We arrived here on a Monday, and every single Monday the Trevi Fountain opens slightly later to allow the teams to go in and collect all of the coins. That meant that we got to see the fountain before they opened the gates, and it got very busy very quickly. Would you believe every day around 3,000 euros are tossed into this fountain? That means about 1.5 million euros are tossed in, and they're all collected and donated to charity. Are you ready to toss your coin?
Yes, your coins.
It's very busy, isn't it?
Very busy, mega busy.
I'm going to loan you a €1 coin. I hope that's not unlucky.
Oh no, I can't. You need to give me it.
I was thinking I could give you that now, but I can't get it into my pocket. I'll give you that down there, and then you can tell us how to toss the perfect coin when we get down to the water.
Right, no problem.
So, we have the coin thrower ready to go with 2 coins.
Yes.
Do you want to talk us through how to throw the perfect coin?
The perfect coin should be thrown from your right hand over your left shoulder.
And you have to make a wish.
And you have to make a wish.
And the first one is so you return to Rome.
And the second one is for love and marriage. But I'm doing this one for your dad.
I'm sure he'll appreciate that. Okay, when you're ready. Oh, and it's in. It'd be very unlucky if it hit someone on the way.
I know. Do it again?
Yep, number 2. And it's in.
Right, give me another 50.
You're not getting any more money. And we've just ticked off the 10th thing on this cruise.
It's fantastic,
How
but
does
it's
it
very
feel?
busy. It feels incredible.
Incredibly overwhelming with these crowds.
So busy.
So I think it's now time for me to toss my coin in front of all these people as well.
Yeah, I think I'll film you.
It's not that I don't trust you with the camera, but... Right hand, left shoulder.
Right hand, left shoulder.
Okay.
And then jump in the fountain. Way!
And it's gone in. 40 of 60 things ticked off. I cannot believe that we're saying that. It was now time for us to say goodbye to Rome and to head back to Balmoral. Here, we could wave off all of the other cruise ships that were docked with us today. We were staying here docked overnight, and we would then be flying home tomorrow. So it's time to catch up for one final time. That's it.
Don't look at me like that. I know it's it. It's
Cruise
over.
number 4 is over.
Ticked.
It's now the final night. We've ticked off cruise number 4. We've ticked off a fly cruise. We've ticked off visiting some incredible places on this cruise,
Amazing
including
places.
the Amalfi Coast, Cinque Terre, Naples.
Don't, I'm going to cry.
We've had the world's best pizza. We've done it all on here.
I know.
And it's been totally different again to all of the others we've done.
And it's been warm.
And it's been warm. Yeah.
Very warm.
Yeah, we've been so lucky with the weather
I
this
know.
week. This week over the last 10 nights.
10 nights.
Now, that's our first ever fly cruise. And that means that we are now 40 of 60 things in to our absolute whirlwind.
Unbelievable.
How are you feeling?
Quite sad, actually. That
What,
40
that we've
have
got
passed.
20 left?
We've got a third left. We've got a third left.
Yeah, which is only 20 to go.
I know.
2 more trips, both of which are going to be incredible, which we'll tell you more about in a second. Has a fly cruise been everything you thought it would be?
It's been so much easier.
It's been so easy, hasn't it?
It's been great. It's just opened my eyes to how easy it could be.
Mm.
And it's been so much fun.
And what's been the highlight?
Oh, I love the Trevi Fountain today.
Okay, I always get nervous when I ask the highlight because I don't know where that's going.
That was lovely today.
Yeah, it was good, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, today we had a lovely day in Rome. Went to the Trevi Fountain, went to the Colosseum, went for lunch.
Yeah.
You got another pizza.
Yeah. I got another pizza. I said I wasn't going to eat, and I finished every single bit.
Yeah, we've had quite a lot of Italian food on this itinerary.
Yes.
But yeah, it's been a treat, hasn't
It's
it?
been so much fun.
So we have got 2 more still to go, and that brings us on to what we're doing for the next one. We're going to Morocco.
Oh, well.
Which I can't wait for. It's going to be so exciting. I've never been.
I've never been.
You've
Are there
certainly
camels
never
involved?
been. Oh, we'll have to get you a tattoo. And you've certainly never been. So the next trip is going to be quite an adventure.
As long as I'm not in a camel, it'll be fine.
Are you excited?
I'm excited,
Yeah.
actually. I'm always excited.
So stay tuned right here and we will take you along with us. But for now, wherever you are in the world, thank you so much for joining the 2 of us to explore more of the world in our Setting Sail at 60 series here on the Fred Olsen Cruise Lines YouTube channel. Shall we go and have dinner? And a final glass of wine.
Another pizza.
We'll see you all later.
Bye.
Bye.